Magic, they magic, the showtime. Morning, guys. How's it going? Let's talk about Kamen Rider Wizard. So, I don't normally watch Kamen Rider, but, you know, this show was recommended to me by one of my subscribers because I like magic shows, so I thought, you know, might as well check this out. So I started watching Kamen Rider Wizard like a few months ago, and I only watched 3 episodes, but I really liked it. Like, I really did like what I saw. It's just that, you know, some stuff came up, so I didn't really have time to be watching this show. But now I'm gonna try to get back into watching it, and I rewatched the first 3 episodes, so I just want to talk about my thoughts on the show so far, you know? Yeah. For those who don't know, Kamen Rider Wizard follows the story of Haruto, who is Kamen Rider Wizard, and he fights these creatures known as the Phantoms, and the Phantoms are based off of mythological creatures. They're these evil beasts, and I'm assuming they're trying to take over the world. I don't know. Point is, they're evil, and they must be stopped. And the show pretty much follows the Jackie Chan adventure rules of magic must defeat magic, because only a wizard can fight these phantom creature thingies. Yeah. Also, in this show, there are people who have the ability to use magic and become wizards. And these people also have phantoms inside of them. So it is the job of our evil villains to find these people and then make these magic people give in to despair. For when they give in to despair, they then die, and then the phantoms inside of them burst out of their bodies and become born. So basically, that's how phantoms are born. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind this premise. It's just that, are you telling me that these magic people have never felt despair or sadness before? Like, really? I mean, it's natural for people to feel sadness every once in a while. Are you trying to tell me that if these people ever feel sadness, then a phantom beast is just going to burst out of their body? I mean, I just don't buy that the only time these people have ever felt despair is when a phantom beast came up in their face and made them feel sad. Like, really? But I guess, I mean, that's when you have to go, well, kids show. I mean, it's just like Shinkanger, where it's like, oh, only sadness can help flood our Sanzu River. I mean, there's like 6 billion people in the world. There's murder and mayhem that happens every day. I'm pretty sure there's enough sadness in the world that could flood the Sanzu River. I mean, how much help is sending a monster to make one kid feel sad? How is that going to help flood the river? How is sending a monster to insult people's looks and make them feel bad about themselves? How is that going to help flood the river? But I don't know. Kid show logic, and I'll let it go. But yeah, nitpicking aside, I really am enjoying Kamen Rider Wizard so far, and I like all the little magical references. I like that Kamen Rider Wizard has these familiars like a Garuda and a miniature unicorn to help him out, you know. I like that he uses elemental magic, you know, fire and stuff. And I love the little voiceovers he have. Like, I just love voiceovers in general, man. Like, Connecto, please. Flame, please. He. Water, please. Sweet. Like, I just love that. And like I mentioned earlier, I do like that the villains are based off of mythological creatures. Like, our main 2 villains so far is Medusa. I don't think it's the original Medusa, but that's what her name is, you know. And Phoenix, you know, a phoenix, of course. And they fought a monster called a hellhound. Like, fucking awesome, you know. So yeah, in the first 3 episodes, Haruto had to save like a couple of people from, you know, dying and birthing phantom beasts. And the first was this police officer named Rinko. And wow, like, her early episodes is really just her like going on and on and on about how she loves being a police officer and she wants to protect and serve, and being a police officer is so awesome. And did I mention that I'm a police officer, and being a police officer is so freaking cool? And I remember in the first episode, I'm like, let me guess, her dad was a police officer, so that's why she wanted to be a police officer. And sure enough, her daddy was a police officer. Like, either I'm just freaking psychic, or this is a cliche story for a police officer. I don't mind it. It's whatever, alright? Because it was an enjoyable episode. But really, that's when we come to the problem of despair is what makes them die again. Because all the monster did in that episode was destroy like some necklace her dad gave her. And that made her feel all sad and go into despair. Really? Really? I guess. But yeah, after Kamen Rider Wizard saves her, then she just feels like she's a part of the team, and she just wants to hang around him and help fight the monsters with him, even though she can't. And she's hanging around his house all the time and stuff. And and Kamen Rider Wizard has this assistant chick with him, and I love her attitude. She's like, why is this bitch here? Why is she here? Why don't she just go home? I'm tired of this bitch. I love his assistant. Like, seriously, I'll be the same way. Like, Heifer, will you go home? You get out of my house. But yeah, in the second and third episode, we're introduced to another person known as Shunpei Nara, right? I think so. I love Shunpei though. Like, I said it on Twitter like a few months ago. Like, if I was in this show, I would be Shunpei. Like, Shunpei wants to be a wizard. That was basically his whole thing in the second and third episode, is that, you know, Mohoskai ni noritai n desu yo. Like, and that means like I want to be a wizard. And when I heard that, I was like, boku mo Mohoskai ni noritai n desu yo. Like, I want to be a wizard too. Like, I can relate to him so much because I've always wanted to be a wizard too. If you saw my, you know, video from a while back, like, that was my childhood dream too. So like, clearly we're the same person. Clearly the writers based him off of my life. Clearly. And I feel like they handled his despair better than the police officers, because like the villain in that episode really just destroyed his dream. Like, the monster tricked him into believing that he could use magic, and then embarrassed him in front of like national television and said, nope, you're not a wizard, you're just a fake, you're an idiot. So I could feel that more. Like, I could see why he was sad more about that than the police officer. Like, oh my god, you destroyed my necklace. So after Kamen Rider Wizard saves Shunpei from despair, he also hangs around his house like the police officer. And Haruto's assistant was the same way with him. Like, seriously, why are these people here? Oh, and on his assistant, I think her name is Koyomi? I think. I have to check. She's a witch too, right? I mean, she was using a crystal ball in one episode and shit. So, how come she's not turning into a Kamen Rider? Just asking. I don't know. Kamen Rider Majo or something. Oh, one more thing about Shunpei. I have to say that I'm disappointed that he's not going to become a wizard. I mean, Kamen Rider Wizard destroyed the Phantom inside him. So if you destroy the Phantom, I'm assuming that you can't become a wizard anymore, right? So, since it was his dream to be one, I'm disappointed, man. And it kind of hurts me since I relate to him so much. At least he seems like he's going to be in the show for the long haul, which I'm happy, because so far he's my favorite character, so yay. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this show. Like, it has awesome action, just amazing action, and like, I'm loving all the mythos in it so far. So yeah, like, I've only seen 3 episodes, so there's so much I can say, but I really am enjoying it so far, and I'm gonna keep watching, and like, I may make more videos speaking my thoughts on the show as it goes along, but I don't know yet. I'm thinking that over. Jamata, you guys. Ching pee pee. Shabby we touch the henshin. Shabby we touch the henshin. Lupachi magic, touch the go.